Welcome to the Dynasty YT. This is your King Shay speaking. Welcome back to another episode of In the Mind, Team Fighting Part 3. Now, if you haven't seen the rest of my my other two videos of team fighting in the In the Mind kind of series, go check them out because they are good. So now, in this scenario, I'm going to be playing as Gragas in the jungle, and we're going to be contesting this dragon. The other team has a really good team fight where they have a Mumu and Zyra, a lot of AoE CC potential right here, and I see that Lucian's a little bit farther ahead than the rest of the team, so I try to go in initiation right here. Try to knock him back, but I mess it up. So in my mind, we have to immediately disengage. Because if we kept on going, we would have just gotten trapped into the Mumu, to the Zyra ult. So I immediately back off. I notice that Jarvan's flanking from the side, but I'm the only one that backs up, whereas the rest of my team goes forward, and because they all separated and started peeling back, and Jinx wasn't able to do any damage, we ended up losing that team fight. So I want to put it in slow motion right here to really break it down for you guys. So here's my initiation that completely went wrong. I missed my ultimate when it was such an easy target. So because I missed that, that should be immediate sign to back up, right? Like I have no more cooldowns right now, so I have to back up. Urgot goes a little bit too deep, and now I'm going to pause it right here. See how Jarvan is coming from the side? So we have to immediately peel back and deal with this Jarvan. If we dealt with this Jarvan first, it would have been fine. But for some reason, Janna flashes forward to do something. I don't know what, right? To do something. I don't know if it was to like... Honestly, I have no idea why she flashes forward. But all she needed to do is follow back with us, right? Follow back with Galio and the Urgot, and then peel away this Jarvan. Use her ult to peel away the other three champions on the other team. Kill this Jarvan first, and then be able to deal with the rest of the team. But for some reason, she flashes forward, ults really to do nothing. And that really messes up, because now Jinx is only attacking Jarvan, right? There's no DPS on their backline, and it really screws it up. So Janna flashes forward, Galio's there, I'm already chunked, Urgot is... Urgot. So now, like, let's see how, like, Galio's the only one attacking these back two lines, and then, you know, Janna's running away from these two guys up here, and then Jarvan has single-handedly made Jinx useless in this team fight. So all we needed to do was back away. My initiation was terrible, but that doesn't mean we should continue the fight on. We should just peel away, deal with the Jarvan, and then focus the back line. Now, in my previous clip, I quickly touched upon how we got flanked by the Jarvan, and now I want to be talking about flanking at a professional level, right? So this is Fnatic versus UOL. Quick spoiler! I should put a spoiler in the title, but this is Fnatic UOL, 5th game of the series of the SES finals, right? And then now, Fnatic does an amazing job of setting up this team fight. So they're obviously contesting the dragon, right? Ahri's in the bottom flanking from the side, while the rest of the team is on the top side of the jungle. This is very, very good because it forces UOL to have a couple decisions. They either run into Ahri, run into the tanks, or run away into this corridor, and then they do the latter, right? And because of that, Fnatic was able to get an amazing rumble onto them and just melt them. Just immediately melt them in this team fight. And it was absolutely beautifully done by Fnatic. Alright, so here is a screenshot of the fight, right? So you see on the map, Ahri's on the bottom side of the map. And the rest of the Fnatic's on the top side of the jungle of Dragon, right? And so UOL has 3 options. They either all focus onto Ahri and they all move down. And then try to kill the Ahri. But Ahri has a great ability to be able to kite with her 3 dashes on her ult, and then her Q just giving her an insane amount of movement speed. Or they go straight up into the tanks of Fnatic, and that's honestly not a good decision, because because they're trying to go forward into the tanks, Ahri's on the backside probably be able to pick off their Lucian. Or the third option, which is the option they chose, they moved backwards into the corridor where they thought it was safe, but because Rumble was able to get this beautiful ult off, it just immediately destroyed their team. So Fnatic does a very nice job of flanking them from both sides, forcing them to go into this chokehold, and then having the Rumble ult just absolutely melt them. In this clip, it's actually going to be the same game as before, where I'm Gragas jungle and I'm trying to protect this Jinx. We get a really nice pick right here, right before Baron. Zyra's trying to back right here, right on top of a ward, and then Jinx gets a really nice damage off. We see the teleport coming in, so we can't chase anymore onto this Lucian, because if we did, we'd be able to get flanked. Then, next thing I know is that Zed goes over the wall and tries to go straight for the Jinx. If it weren't for my ult right here, I'm pretty sure Jinx would have died. Like, even though she had QSS, she probably would have gotten more Zed probably would have gotten more damage off to be able to kill him off anyways. And because I ulted, I think I saved her right there, because Janet wasn't close enough to be able to use her abilities right away. And because for some reason Janet wanted to chase after the Jarvan that just teleported in, which makes no sense to me. Like, your only job as a Janet is to literally peel for the AD carry, press E, press Q, press R. Like that's all you do. Sometimes you'd be able to chase and stuff like that, but it's very difficult, and your best job, your best thing you can do as a Janet is to peel. And finally, this is going to be the showing of some really textbook plays, but probably one of my best champions in solo queue, Janna. Right, so Janna, this is how you play Janna on peeling like a motherfucker. So as you saw, Talon goes really deep and gets a lot of damage onto their backline, but he died. So for some reason, like, the red team, they succeeded, right? Talon is dead, they lost no one, and they can just disengage. They don't really need to re-engage anymore. But for some reason, Nasus goes super hard right here. I don't need to use my ult. I don't need to use my ult yet, because none of them are really close anymore, right? I put the shield onto him, give him more AD. Mikhail's away the Wither, and then he's able to do maximum DPS, right? Peeling really well. And then finally, afterwards, now that their tank line is gone, now I'm able to move forward with this Tristana, right? Even flash forward to just in case if the Corki somehow was out of range of auto attack range, I'll be able to, you know, knock him up with my tornado. And then Tristana was able to get a quadra kill. I'm sure he probably would have gotten a penta if he didn't flash for the Ahri, because Ahri would have died from red buff, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, Janna, all she does is just press E and press Q and press R. So, hope you guys enjoyed this team fighting edition of In the Mind. Remember to go check out my other videos. The links will be in the description below. Thank you guys for coming out, Dynasty. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.